Yeah, they could. I like the idea of putting the Batrider in a 2 versus 2 lane. Really good with the napalm.
Only 10
And annoying to
seconds.
play against. I think that's also one of the big things to take into account, that you
5
hate
seconds.
playing
Hurry,
against Batrider in
hurry.
your lane. So if you have 2 heroes struggling for it, from it, it just makes things even better.
The thing is, Silencer is really good against the bat.
Team are
You
now
use the
picking.
Arcane Curse, he cannot spam the sticky napalm. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking that the bat rider is most definitely gonna be in the mid lane here, because a bat with the BKB here, an early one, he crushes everyone. But the bat that loses the lane, he's just gonna be food.
10 seconds to pick.
Heading over to the last phase with Quap LC,
5
Lycan and a
seconds
Night Stalker
remain.
banned away. A lot of initiators and a bit of burst damage removed. Thinking if you have the Pango and the Monkey King, you could have a solid escape tool type of flex offlaner here for Unity. Something that could move around, maybe something that might even have a purge. Well, I was thinking the LC, first of all, with the Bat Riders, remove the Napalm stacks. I'm not a huge fan of ABBA 3,
Team pick.
but they could, they could just put the Pango there and put the Ember mid. So they will now finally show and lock in how they want to set their lanes.
I was thinking, if you want to pick a mid laner, you go for a Tiny or an Ember, because you can set up for the Mirana
Only
arrows
10
there.
seconds.
At least there is going to be some threat when the Mirana is missing. So they decide to go for an
5
Ember,
seconds
considering
remain.
Tiny would somewhat struggle against the Batrider. Embers, we have seen them struggle, and we have seen Embers do really well against the Bat. When there is a constant threat of the Mirana arrow as well, it's very hard for the Batrider to dive. Plus, Pango is pretty much self-sufficient in the lane, and the Mirana can be missing, like carrying creeps in the woods, and always being a potential threat in the mid lane. So I like it. I think the Ember is the right approach, considering that you have a Silencer. You have a lot of protection for him to just go in and destroy the spawn team from within.
Jacroy, who played Morphling and Naga yesterday, both of them. Sorry, not the Morphling. So the Naga is still in the pool, but he could also opt to go for something different here. Maybe versus the Monkey King matchup. Consider himself a hero in those terms.
Slark is good here. Slark is a pretty decent pick for spawn if they want to go that route. You have a Bane in your lane to secure it for you. You have good chase down. You're good against the Mirana. She doesn't want to build the 4-stab, but might have to against you. You're naturally good against the Silencer. Very hard to lock you down with the chains as well. So for me, Slark looks like like the best possible choice. It's not banned, is it? No.
Feels good. I was also thinking Dawnbreaker carry for a second.
Right.
Carry Lesh. Offlane Pugna.
Carry Lesh, offlane Pugna. Yeah. Roll me for the Pugna. All right. Are you happy with this decision?
I mean, they played it relatively well yesterday. The problem I have with the Pugna in this game in particular is that Pugna Ember is considered the biggest Pugna counter. So for me, this Pugna is food, because you can't do anything to the hero. Only in the laning phase do you bully him a bit, but he's not going to lane against you. And then when the game does progress, he just jumps on you and kills you. And considering that he will have a Silencer to cover for him, I just don't see this Pugna working out. So no, I'm not happy. I'm only happy that it lanes well against the Silencer and the Monkey King, but that's kind of the only value that I see in this hero.
Yeah, I mean, it can work. I guess with the Decrepify, you can maybe hinder MKS's capability with a Monkey King a little bit. You can amplify your damage output with the Leshrac. It goes nicely with the Batrider, but it definitely does pose some weaknesses in terms of if you get jumped on. Pugna against a lineup like this has to quickly reposition into a much more safer ground, and then Bane has to reposition, and that also means that the Leshrac and Batrider have their hands filled with we have to get at them or get on them right away. So there's a lot of panic that might get involved in terms of initiation and counter initiation, but it could also provide you with a strong start with the heroes that they have.
I think this has to be a Glimmer Cape Pugna. That's something that we used to see from mid lane Pugnas, but Womi, if he doesn't get a Glimmer in this game, I think he's just dead. I think Glimmers and Force Staffs are very important for spawn in this
Yes.
game.
His
It's all about surviving the initial jumps, you know, the arrows connecting on you, the Rolling Thunder, the Wukong Summand, the Global Silence. If you survive through that one, the Lash can actually go in and destroy everyone.
Not sure about you, but do you have a connection problem right now?
Yes,
All
I
right,
do.
so it's not just me. So we're all out. Let's go back to our camera scene for the time being. So let's see if we can get back into
Smile.
the server. Yeah, smile.
You know, when something goes wrong and then you just have to smile to the camera so that the viewers think that everything is okay.
Well, let's gonna start checking up on what is our status for the time being. Are we gonna be getting back into the game or not? Are we making a lobby or whatever is going on with the server right now? Because we have apparently all. All right, let's roll the show once again. We're back into the game with a remade lobby and a restart for the game. Same draft, same picks, same players, same team, same casters. Harry, take it away.
Yeah, I just have to say, Panda, it was really unfair for you to ask me about spices, and then when my answer wasn't fun enough, you just cut me off and sent it to.
It was too long. It was too long of an answer.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll prepare next time for all of your fluff questions because they're so awesome and predictable as well. But yeah, we get ourselves into a game, and I think we're gonna have a pretty fun one here because we have different approaches. The only thing I'm kind of afraid here, at least for Unity, is how they use the Monkey King later on in the game. But I still think that's where the Ember comes in. He's gonna be kind of the real carry, and the Monkey King is there maybe to take out one hero and then push down the towers, secure the Roches and stuff like that. So would like to see something like a Deso come out at a point.
All right. I would also agree. I would like to see a fun game of Dota, you know, an SCA brawl. Like they like to say in depending what teams are playing, if it is an online Rambulan or something different. At least
I think we'll get it.
I think we might get it. One thing that I really enjoy, let's look at this this battle first between Delol almost dying to MKS and LW. While getting some good damage in. But no kills happening here. I want to highlight a player, and I'm actually going to highlight from Unity. Xia Yu, the offlane Pango player for this game. He had an insanely good performance yesterday, especially on that Legion Commander. So when we talked about Kishka being one of the hottest players yesterday, I would also say that this is a player to watch today.
Yeah, just so that Kishka lost both of these games and Zhao Yu won, so we kind of, yeah, he was winning anyways. But Zhao Yu was set up for success with his pick. He did get the last pick, and that, was it the last game of the day? It was the second game of their series. It was the last game of the day. But now it's not like Pango is that great in this game. He can be outmaneuvered quite heavily, given that all three of the cores, pretty much all of the heroes of spawn are quite fast. They have good movement speed, and they should be able to at least somewhat dodge him. So I think that's also going to be a big deal if Pango can connect with his Rolling Thunders correctly or not.
All right. I mean, I guess this Pango can still come off with a good finish from the laning stage. You see the Vessel is actually lined up for him. Very handy against the Lesh, against the Pugna heal. Can be a useful tool. Just needs to keep those charges up. So he's definitely going to be aligning himself with this Mirana, even outside or after the laning stage. Probably going to be moving around, hunting down for those kills. Set themselves up.
Yeah, it's gonna probably be Mirana, Ember, and the Pango working together. You will be needing the Ember to get those charges up because he's the one that's gonna be finishing people off, securing that the arrow does connect. So I'm pretty sure that that's how it works. Silencer will be somewhere on the map, ready with his global silence, maybe with his team, and the Monkey King will be split pushing, giving some vision somewhere else for the majority of the mid game. So yeah, I like the idea of the Spirit Vessel. It just kind of is annoying for Mirana not to build a urn early on.
So what does the Mirana go for then, if the Pango builds the Vessel?
I guess you go for a Wraith Pact with the Mirana. It's one of the It's one of the supports that farms the fastest, and you don't have a another good carrier on that one. So you'll just go for maybe Tranquil Boots, Wand, and maybe Raindrop, and then just start building slowly into the Wraith Pact.
Pota 2 applying some pressure onto the Ember Spirit here in the mid lane. Napalm spam with a couple hits in between, but see what he can trade back against the Batrider with those small openings. He does have the chains leveled up. Very important to have against this Batrider matchup. You can't always go for the 0-4-1 build, basically, or whatever you want to set it up for yourself. As Womi, with the help of Delol, is going to be taking first blood off of the Silencer under his own tower. And in the mid lane, Ember is already forced all the way back home as he's ran out of regen completely. Has to go for a quick reset.
He survived on like 6 HP if I saw correctly, so he barely got out of that one alive. And it's very important for Spawn to have a good laning stage, because there is this timing before they get their BKBs where they can be hunted down quite easily. So they need to have good lanes, so they have the strength necessary to farm and dodge Unity Gaming until they are completely ready to fight with the Bloodstone, BKB on the Bat, and maybe a defensive item on the Pugna.
Dire structures.
What about our mid heroes? Like, already see a rotation coming in from the Mirana. Trying to save Knight here is Salad. There's no bottle refill for here, and is actually, as he's backing away, they get some revenge in the bot lane. MKS to score a kill onto Womi this time. Womi, who took down the Silencer before. Important kill as well.
Salad, he came to the mid lane. He understood how much of a problem it would be if Knight got pushed back again, or even worse, died. But this leaves the Pango alone.
Yeah, that's the... Since we're now playing in the safe lane, Lesh, the level build, skill build is going to be a tad bit different. He just went for 2 points in Diabolic Edict right away. So no 2-point stun, no 2-point Lightning Storm. It's all the way to the Edict.
The only bad thing about the Bane Lesh is that you cannot use the Diabolic Edict during the Nightmare and then go for the stun. You have to go for the stun and then the Diabolic Edict. That takes away some damage from you. Speaking about damage, LW is taking quite a lot of it.
He is. A lot of bullying here. The raindrops will soak up some of the damage. The lull to walk in front. This Silencer finally taken down. Or is he? Won't be. He did cast cancel or orb walk twice there. Didn't quite get it done. But as they take the Silencer, Salad helps Knight out once again and takes down Pota 2. The Batrider getting killed under the Ember's tower.
Embers sometimes will get 2 points in the Flame Guard against the Bat just so that this kind of bullying doesn't happen. But I think Knight is looking into the future, and that's why the Mirana is coming towards his lane, because he knows with the maxed out Sleight of Fist and the chains, with the help of the Mirana, you're just going to be killing this Bat over and over again. Nyx doesn't have enough. He's dead as well.
Yeah, especially with even Pango wanting to join in. Well, Xiaoyu will get the kill for it. It does force the Ember Spirit all the way back home for the second time this game. But a kill is a kill. I guess that's what they're most happy with. Pota 2 able to take down the Arcane Rune. Or take it away before the Mirana denies it. Let's put it more that way.
And Unity Gaming are quite happy if the Monkey King is solo against the Pugna. You can quite easily dodge the blasts with the Mischief, so you're going to be relatively safe in that lane. And in terms of last hits, you're definitely going to...
Oh, there might be a kill on the Ember Spirit. Lasso comes up from Pota 2. Maybe it's going to be enough. The arrow in between. He's going to get it with the right click. Napalm cast will take the kill. Flame Break onto the Silencer. And Travan's trying to make a lot of work here. The lull at least will interrupt Salad with the leap into the stun. Going for a bit of a wraparound. Travis just needs to get close enough for the Nightmare. They're so close to grabbing the Silencer and with the Brain Sap. And now Carapace under the tower. Mini stun to follow it up with the right click. And Travis will secure it. Maybe the lull lives with 35 HP. Bane picks up a double. That's his boots right there.
Every single Mirana player hates when they interrupt you mid-leap. That is something that you always feel like, oh, I got the leap off, I'm out, and then like a random stun just catches you during that one. So definitely gonna be feeling bad there for Salad, and because he died that way, it allows them to chase down the silencer. So Spawn are gonna be quite happy with the returns they've got. But and also, was it an arcane rune lasso? Given that Pota 2 is gonna have it in 20 seconds, yeah.
It was, yeah, because he was able to secure the arcane rune just in front of the Morana. Then they started moving away from the bottom action rune towards the river. And Pota 2 was like, oh, they're going away. I'll just grab this Ember right now. And he did. 3 versus 1, though. In a lot of traffic in this mid lane. Unity are like, we are doubling down on this Knight mid lane. As you can see in net worth, he is struggling and he's dead again.
Oh, man.
Absolute punishment. Just feel like Pota 2 is the judge, the jury, and the executioner. Instead of an axe, just prefers to use some, you could say Greek fire or a good old classic Finnish Molotov cocktail. And he's gonna take down 2 here. He finishes off with a double kill, and he's so close to getting Boots of Travels as well. And look at net worth. Just look at these 3 Radiant heroes right here. We see the offlane Pango, followed by the mid Ember, by your support Morana.
MKS was thinking about a Maelstrom, and then I think he's getting info from his team. We are being crushed, and he has to do something about it. Oh, obviously, okay, he's dead as well.
This isn't the end.
Oh, no. Oh, that was painful to watch.
Spawn are going to be very happy with this. They needed a good laning stage, given we talked about it, how much the Pugna can suffer against the Ember and stuff like that. But this is, I think, more than they were expecting. They just outdid themselves in this one, and it's gonna be very tough for Unity Gaming right now because their heroes are so squishy. You want to poke, you want to prod, but when you're so squishy, you can very easily die. We see it on the Pango. He even used the Rolling Thunder, their Diabolic Edict, finishing him off.
Yeah, and it actually went all the way through. Like, he was just casting Rolling Thunder, but the cast animation did go through. However, 4 points in Diabolic Edict, so maxed it out fully for these kills. Law will go down. MKS to follow up another kill for himself. It has been a while since Unity has actually scored a kill, but for MKS, he's happy that he's the one to take it. Especially since he just got killed in the lane.
This is gonna have to be Echo Saber into a Dissemblance, into a BKB, and then the Mage Slayer as well. You need this. You need this for the Monkey King. That's also something big that Spawn will have to find a way to deal with, given that if you run into the Wukong's command, it's not like your cores are gonna be doing any damage.
So how do you recover from this panic mode for Unity? Play the game around the Monkey King?
You still cannot play around the Monkey King. It is about defending the towers right now. You defend the towers, you try to get kills with a Sleight of Fist chains into an arrow, and you make sure that you can get kills onto the towers before your supports get level 6s. If your supports stay level 4 or 5 and the towers start falling, it's gonna be really bad. So you need to make sure that you're there to protect your cores and not allow the towers to fall so the Nyx doesn't crush you.
Yeah, I guess that could work. I mean, right now he's not even farming, so I would double down some heroes to help MKS farm a bit more, because right now this is not looking good at all. He's preparing to load up the ulti. He sees the silencer under the tower, so MK has to be somewhere in the area. Salad hiding in the trees here. Nyx Assassin's gonna spot him, and they will also see the Nyx. That sentry right there. Well, Salah's like, go away. Take this.
Tower is being attacked.
Not even any attempt on casting any spells. Just a classic right click when you're standing on the spot. Like, please go away.
I think MKS is fine not farming as long as they're defending towers. It's about buying time right now. It's not looking good for you currently, but that can change with just a couple of kills. And then you're staying close to the towers, which Spawn want to push, and you can punish them at that point. And even the rest of Unity Gaming, they get themselves out. So it's not like this Vendetta or the first moves from Spawn are going to be giving them anything. So right now, the status quo for Unity, it is not good, but it is good for them if people aren't dying.
We're going to put a heavy focus on it. Knight trying to go for the action rune, and it's gonna be there, but there's a Fiend script. Global Silence comes out. Travens to take the Invis away. Batrider very low on HP. Pota 2 has to be careful. There's a Marana chasing you down and able to secure the kills. Now onto the next assassin as they pop down a sentry. There is a Pugna dealing some damage, but his ulti gets cancelled by the Slate. Now, Jayu trying to make a run for it. Dalol unable to get the job done. Pango healing up. Travens, there's not much tools remaining. Maybe Womi could land another. As he goes with the life drain onto the silencer. Law will get out with 80 HP.
That's kind of what Unity Gaming wants. It's not that big of a deal that their heroes are low in net worth. It might become that way once the Lesh starts ramping up the damage. But currently, with Jacroy not wanting to join the fights until there is a Bloodstone, it's not that big of a deal. MKS is in trouble though.
Yeah, he's in big trouble. Especially if you try to TP away in front of the eyes of the Batrider. You're gonna get lassoed, boy. Batrider's gonna be happy to grab that one. That is Pota 2 with his 4th kill so far. Travens setting up with the Nyx Assassin. Good swap by Salad. He might still go down for it, but rather him than his mid.
That TP from the monkey was the... Oh, that's a good turnaround. A lot of damage.
That works. Travens barely dodged the incoming Pangolier, and Jacroy walking into the Ember Spirit with his full Diabolic Edict, and he's taken away with the Bloodstone popped as well for the Leshrac.
Zhao Yu was rolling over the Lesh, and at the one point was like, nope, I'm dying here, and he needed to get out.
And onto the Batrider they go. That's a prime target. Arrow. Nicely on point. Beautiful. That's all you need. Just need to get the kill first. Zhao Yu gets burnt up a bit, but that is more like a flaming shot of B51 instead of the real deal.
That's the power of the silencer against the bat. First of all, you don't want to spam your spells, and then the last word just stops you from doing it completely. If he had another point of sticking napalm there to throw out onto the Pango, there's a good chance you get the kill. And I mean, still would have been worth it for Unity.
And they get December kill. Again, the Slate to break the life drain, and another explosion where he has a remnant behind. I just love this. I love this interaction with the Ember Spirit. Every time he gets the Crepify focused on, he can just break the life drain instantly with the Slate and puts the Pango's ulti on cooldown.
They want to fight on top. They want the bat again.
Not too happy if it's just the Nyx Assassin that they grab, but they would like to get both, or at least the bat. Pota 2 thinking about coming out, but they will walk onto the Nyx Assassin. He will drop. Zhao Yu on the side. Here comes Pota 2. The big target comes back. Global Silence is popped as well. Gonna be running out in a matter of seconds. Meanwhile, there's another fight breaking loose. It's Knight in between Womi, in between Travis. Travis does get the Fiend Script off at the same time. They're gonna be locking down the Ember Spirit. Knight's gonna be falling. And now Pota 2 forced boundary under the tower. And Jacroy, TP cancel, grabs the silencer. They will be able to get one hero out, and MKS should also be fine by the looks of it. But a couple ultis for a couple good kills, at least killing the Ember Spirit once again.
Oh, that was close. MKS is going the greedy route. He wants the Maelstrom as well. He feels like he can win this game, but considering the enemy heroes and how fast they are, how much they rely on just surviving so they can go for items like that, I'm not sure the Monkey King is the best hero to rely on completely in this game.
Travis playing aggressive here. He does have backup. Flame Break arrives as well. Salad does have the Nightmare, and Pota 2, he did pop his Firefly. It has already ran its course. Dalol wanted the Marana, but with the Sentry, able to move away.
MKS needs to run.
They're still going. There's no spells on the bat, though. I don't think this is too good for them. MK could actually survive this fight versus the 2. Does he have any backup, though? As soon as Jacroy shows up, that makes things a whole lot easier, and they're too late for the party.
There was no Global Silence, and the tower was falling, so no way to TP for his teammates.
Zhao Yu, Shield crashes into a stun. Does take a decent amount of damage here, but they will finish off Dalol, and looking for Womi as well. will get another kill, but Knights will cut down the streak. And Ember Spirit, who was actually at 4,000 net worth a minute ago, just went up to 5.2.
Yeah, the problem is he is battling with his Mirana and the Pango for the spot, not with any heroes of Spawn who are just crushing it in terms of net worth this game. Good thing, the only good thing for Unity is that they haven't lost their mid lane tower. Everything else, it's a disaster, and you can see that Spawn aren't even going for it too much. They are playing the side lanes, and yeah, Xiaoyu dead.
Yeah, so rough death for the Pango. Surprise from every direction. 12 to 18. We have 30 kills. This is the bloodbath that we were expecting and hoping to see, and it is exactly that. Leshrac on top of net worth, 11,000 already racked up. Bits of travels ready. K and S soon up as well, and into the Ember Spirit. Just walks into it.
Yeah, the Lash is too strong. He's level 16. It's not even a contest right now. He can run into everyone and still kill them. This is a big problem for Unity. They went for this build on the Ember just to
look at hero level difference.
Yeah.
That is insane. That is insane. I don't think in a while have I seen this massive of a lead between the top heroes. He's 17. The next hero is level 12. He's like a professional player playing in a juniors game, basically.
Yep. It's insane how much Jacroy has. With the Mirana constantly helping the Ember, and you still lose that mid lane, it allowed the Lesh to be completely free on the top lane, and now he's just running from place to place on the map, getting more and more farm. It's getting out of hand.
Mirana ulti being popped. Xiaoyu may be able to save himself from the lane. Chains into the arrow. That should be a dead Travis. There's a save from the Decrepify. Healing battery from Womi. Does a little bit, but is it enough? Nightmare save. Not going to do any good for him. Knight's going to be in the middle of this battle. And another kill for him. He's now up to 6.2. So, 2 minutes, 2,000. He basically has almost 1,000 GPM for the last 2 minutes.
Lash now has travels as well, so he's gonna be everywhere. You have this mobile lineup of Unity that they're trying to use, but they're dealing with the 2 travels.
Hello. Gonna get surprised by the wards placed down by Xiaoyu. Nice dodges there. Gonna get the stun onto the silencer. Womi doesn't get a lot of healing out as he's a bit too far away, but the global silence will be used. 1 TP away. No lasso, no stun. He's out as well. Global defensively to get people out of there.
Monkey in trouble.
Yeah, this monkey's not going to live for long.
Oh, that was beautiful from Jacroy. It's not only that he's super farmed, he's still playing amazingly well. He waited to hear the sound of the Monkey King tree dance, and then he used the stun. He got him as he landed, and that was pretty much a solo kill. Even though the Bane was preparing to assist him there, it really didn't matter because Jacroy did it all on himself. And Unity Gaming, even if they have 5 heroes against this guy, they're not gonna kill him.
Let's see when the Leshrac shows up. He wants the piece of this action. He sees a lot of heroes around the area. He continues to farm Knights on the high ground position. Look over the arrow. That should be a killer, and it is. Takes down Travis. And here comes Jacroy. He just picked up a Blink Dagger. We'll take down Mirana. We'll go for the silencer. Take a second one. And he hit a third. Has to wait for the stun to come back off cooldown. That's 3 seconds. He's got it now. You'll set up. Stun needs to connect. It will. Xiaoyu to fall. There's got to be another one. A lot of damage coming out as well. Lasso breaking the Monkey King ulti. It's a slaughter. It's an absolute slaughter. They're going to take 4. Looking for the 5th as well as Jacroy charging in front.
Oh man, the other 2 are gonna wait at the Ember Remnant, and Jacroy might jump in. No, he's not gonna do it. He understands the value of his life and that he would give the enemies more than 1,000 gold. Plus, him not being on the map is a big deal, and it's gonna be up for a long time, given that he's almost level 20. Now he even is. Okay, Jacroy is officially untouchable in this game. He's doubling every single hero on the enemy side, and that's not gonna change anytime soon. I'm looking at a Unity, and I don't know what you do. You have to get damage items if you want to kill this guy. Deso on the monkey. Yeah, the other ones don't really buy damage items. I don't know what the approach is. This hero is just unstoppable at this point.
How do you stop the unstoppable? The eternal question. The immovable objects and the unstoppable forces.
How do you kill which has no life?
That is also a good one.
That is a problem against gamers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you gotta find an answer somehow, because theoretically, everything is destroyable and killable, except for the shopkeeper, maybe a couple other things, but those have nothing to do with the actual progress of the game. Jacroy loading up his full arsenal onto MKS. Global Silence comes out, but he's got his pulse on. He will take down one, and it's a 1 versus 4 fight. This guy gives no damns. He doesn't give a hoot. He doesn't even care. He's got no feelings for you, and you shouldn't have any for him either. They're all running away from the might of this Leshrac from Jacroy. Knight's gonna be caught on the side. Travis and Womi for the kills. Law to fall as well. Put a 2 on the chase. But he does not have a Blink Dagger. Dillal does, and he's gonna take it.
It's time to call it. I think it's time to call it. You brought 5 heroes. That was their bait for the Lesh. His team came in to help, but it's not like he needed it. He really didn't need the help. There is no way that you're dealing with this Lesh right now. He has 10,000 gold ahead every single one of your heroes. It's just dumb that he can 1 versus 5 you and he's gonna win. There's just absolutely no chance for you to win against this hero now. It's just insane how helpless Unity Gaming are.
Yeah. This is a
Tower is being attacked.
this is like a 41 minute Leshrac in a 24-minute game.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be it's not even a tough cookie to crack. You can't even crack this cookie. It's been permafrosted somewhere in the darkest corners of SCA. Brought up to display. And even the strongest have fallen in front of it. The lull looking for the stun, but there's a quick blink out from the Pango. Once again, we've seen this interaction multiple times. The shield crash into the wave. Nyx Assassin shows up with Carapace. This time, luckily, not on the spot, so Zhao Yu able to get out. 5-man smoke. Is this the guillotine? This could easily be the guillotine. They found Knight. Getting stunned in the tree line. Hex from Jacroy. It just deals so much damage that he instantly disappears. He's got the Diabolic Edict available. Has actually ran its course, so the Pango will live for a bit, but he's just lassoing him. They just go, yeah, they just went back to base. They're like, we're not taking any part in this fight. It's over.
Radiant's middle tower is taking damage.
They're not calling it yet.
Is the fight that's over, or is it the game? That is the main question here. Because the latter seems
Yeah, the noose is
more
tight.
so.
The noose is tight around them right now. Not a lot of places to run to now. We're running out of corners. And Jacroy has now decided to start building a BKB. But let's take a moment, ladies and gents. So we're 25 minutes in this game. And you're playing a hero, and your opponent's Leshrac has a Boots of Travels. He's got a Blink. He's got a K and S. He's got a Bloodstone. He has a Hex. And he's already partially built towards his BKB. What do you do? That's a good question to ponder.
Okay, first things first, you know, let's be serious here. I was about to say you fight like a man to the death, but the thing is that your glory would pretty soon be evaporated because you die in an instant. So no, I guess that's not going to be the case. So what you do in this game, if you want to play it still as Unity, you try not to be all of your heroes together, right? Because the Lesh, if you're close to each other, he's just gonna run you down. The thing is that stops you from doing that is the Nyx. This is the problem. They got a Nyx, they got 2 Boots of Travel. Do they have the third one of the Pangda? No. But it's very tough, so they'll try to fight now.
Keyword with the try. Put a 2 charging in. Jacroy is going to be joining the fight a bit late, but they've already isolated the Ember Spirit all by himself. Has another Remnant, but can't get it out. Put a 2 to charge in for another kill. MKS is the target down their sights. does get stunned by the Carapace. I think that was a Maelstrom
Radiant's
proc
bottom
that
tower
flew
is
in.
being attacked.
There were a couple of Maelstrom procs, and the one of them went for the Nyx last, so he did get out of the stun. Very cool interaction there.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Could have
demolished.
been a whole different story. And this is a game where Roche is still alive as well. They don't really have a Roche lineup to take either. Lesh will probably burn his entire mana pool, and they'll get Roche to like 30%.
If you are Jacroy, do you need the Roche? Oh, look at the rest of his team is like, yo, let's take Roche, and he's like, nah, I can kill them without it. But he's not gonna be allowed to do it.
I would be very curious to see if Jacroy's farming pace on this Leshrac is actually faster than any of the Nagas so far.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, come on, Panda. This is the definitely the highest GPM that we've had in the tournament so far, right?
Could
Yeah,
be. I
850.
mean, I'm just looking at like the net worth, and I'm looking at the amount of last hits, but it possibly could be Roshan falls. And the last fight to break loose, Jacroy able to dodge the arrow, and he is low on HP. They might be able to get the first kill through. He is dropping very low, but the Force Staff save is there. And the entire team of Unity inside that small circle of safety. It's a safe space, but when that is gone, there's no longer anything left for you to hold on to. This world does not belong to you. It belongs to Jacroy. It's a 3-for-1. And that should be the end as well. He did not get the Aegis out either, so Jacroy is going to continue his march into the enemy base.
Usually Lesh is this hero that just does overtime damage to everyone, and he slowly kills everyone. This is a burst damage Lesh, literally, with the difference in levels and gold that he has. Now with the overwhelming blink, the second he jumps on you, if you don't have a BKB, you're instantly dead, and there's only one hero with the BKB on the side of Unity Gaming, so 4 of their heroes are instantly dead if he jumps on them, and that is a situation you don't want to be. Even the Ember is in trouble because there is a scythe.
It's a bit of a waiting game right now. Jacroy goes for the aggressive blink in, almost kills off Salad. Overwhelming blink, but the slow, and the arrow does connect onto the Batrider in the back line, but they have a front line to hold it.
Your tower is under siege.
Knight. BKB up in 10 seconds. Won't be able to do much with it right now, at least for the time being. A spawn. They're going to be backing away, get their regen back up, and head once again into the enemy base. They've got their bot lane pushed in, which Pota 2 is already dealing with, and that's a time for a smoke. They see the bats in bottom. This is a chance for some kills. Travis with the blink away, being chased by the Pango. A lot of people showing up and following them and cornering them, but they need to get as many kills as they can on the Son of Unity. Dalal on the low ground. He's actually stuck in there on the edge of the cliff and forced snap forward. He is low, but the Starstorm doesn't connect, and now we finally have the MLS, and here comes Jacroy in the back line. Monkey King has been taken down, and Law, Knight, and Salad, they're trying to stack around the Leshrac from multiple angles. They've got the arrow, but that only allows them for a couple hits. They just don't have the damage to deal with it. Knight on the run, Batrider to follow right next to him. And Law, and Marana.
Okay. This is just not fair. You know, Panda, have you ever felt useless in your life? Like, I definitely never felt as useless as Jacroy's teammates in this game, because they literally don't have to do anything. They can just let him go, and he's gonna kill everyone. It's just dumb how strong he is. They created space for him, but after like minute 15, they didn't really have to be in this game. He would have cleaned up house on his own. This is just insane how powerful he was, and I mean that's where we put a full stop in this game. Just amazing performance from Spawn overall in the first 15 minutes, and then the game was over. Unity Gaming they just wanted to get absolutely trashed by Jacroy. 17-0-5. His damage output, I don't even want to look at it, but it is probably gonna be. Oh, actually, Pugna did almost the same damage as the Lesh, so very nicely done by Womi there, keeping up.
Yeah, Womi did the heavy lifting early on, and then Leshrac handled the rest. But yeah, I don't know. It was I think when you look at it this way, the the execution out of this game, Unity had some alright moments, but in the end, it just felt like you're putting 3 heroes into mid to bully the Batrider. Batrider is pulling all the attention away from the other heroes in this game, allowing Womi to make some more moves on the map. You can see that he wasn't really pushing towers on the Pugna, 2,000 building damage, but instead just hitting heroes, and then Leshrac can handle on with the rest of that. The snowball kicked off really nicely for him, and 17:05 to end the game. 921 GPM, XPM is already at 1100 and a bit on top of that. Level 26 when the next highest hero from Unity is 15. So 11 levels difference in a 31-minute game. I think that speaks for itself. We see Spawn taking the first game, and Unity, it's a mountain to climb, Harry.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think this was a wrong read from Unity of what they need to do. They thought that the Ember and the Mirana would be able to crush the Batrider. You put so much emphasis on that lane, you lose it either way, and then it snowballs from that and gets to a point where one of the heroes of the enemy side is just a hero you cannot deal with. So I think even with a draft like this, if they approach it differently, they would have a chance. But they definitely put themselves in a bad situation picking an Ember versus the Batrider, especially if you lose the lane that much.
But that's it for game number 1. We'll be back again after the usual commercial break because all of you Twitch chatters, you love to watch ads. So we'll be back after those for the second game of our best of 2.